The Norwegian ship saw the lighthouse operating normally on December 15. By nightfall it was dark. 3 men vanished in a window of hours on a calm day, without their coats, without leaving a single word of explanation. Welcome Untold Mains. Part 4 of 4. The Urn's log entry changes nothing about the official conclusion, because the official conclusion had already been accepted and the case had already been closed before the log was found. It changes everything about what can be known, because it establishes with independent external testimony that the lighthouse was functioning normally on December 15, 1900. The disappearance of the 3 men therefore occurred during daylight hours on December 15 itself, not at some indeterminate point across the 11 days between the final log entry and Moore's arrival. 3 experienced keepers who were alive and at their posts in the morning were gone by nightfall. The Urn's crew saw nothing remarkable, no wave, no emergency, no men on the rocks, no bodies in the water. A normal lighthouse doing what it was built to do on a calm December day, and then it went dark. Moorhead's rogue wave conclusion remains the official finding of the Northern Lighthouse Board. It accounts for the physical damage at the western landing, but it requires accepting that all 3 men left their posts simultaneously without their oilskins, that none survived long enough to send any signal or return to the lighthouse, and that the storm described in the log over 3 days was somehow not reflected in any surrounding meteorological record and was not observed by the crew of the Urn when they passed the island on the final day. James Ducat had served in the lighthouse service for over 20 years. His record showed no incidents of poor judgment, protocol violations, or emotional instability. These were not men who would have stepped outside together without their protective gear in December, on an exposed Atlantic rock, for a trivial reason. Something compelled all 3 of them to leave in the same moment, without preparation, without equipment, and without leaving any record of what they had seen or heard. The official archive of the Northern Lighthouse Board contains the full Muirhead report, the captain's log of the Hesperus, Joseph Moore's written testimony, the inspection records, and the meteorological comparisons compiled by later researchers. All of it is preserved. All of it is accessible to researchers. None of it has produced a conclusion that accounts for all the evidence simultaneously. In 1912, a lighthouse keeper stationed at Isle Mar reported to the Northern Lighthouse Board that he had been disturbed on several occasions by sounds he could not identify coming from outside the lighthouse at night. His report was filed and acknowledged. No further action was taken. In 1947, a lighthouse inspector visiting Isle Mar noted in his personal journal that he had found the experience of the island deeply unsettling in a way he found difficult to articulate. He wrote that the island had a quality he could not name. He did not include this observation in his official report. The lighthouse at Isle Mar was automated in 1971, removing the need for keepers to live there. It continues to operate. No keeper has been permanently stationed there since. The formal record of the Flannan Isles disappearance consists of 3 men present on the morning of December 15, 1900, as confirmed by the Urn's log, 3 men absent by nightfall, no bodies ever recovered, no survivor testimony. No wreckage, no signal of distress, a logbook describing 3 days of storm on days the surrounding meteorological record shows were not stormy, oilskin coats on their hooks, a bent railing forced inward, a rope in the wrong place, and a stone moved by a force no official document has named. The Northern Lighthouse Board's conclusion remains on file. The case remains open to researchers. The light at Isle Mar still turns. On clear nights it is visible for 24 miles across the Atlantic. There is no one there to maintain it. There has not been for over 50 years. And on the rock below the lighthouse, at the western landing where the iron railing still marks the cliff edge, there is nothing. No plaque. No memorial. No marker of any kind for the 3 men who were there one morning and were not there that evening. James Ducat, Thomas Marshall, Donald MacArthur. The record shows they were at their posts. The record shows they were gone. Everything between those two facts remains, in the official language of the Northern Lighthouse Board, unexplained. That's it for part 4. Follow Untold Lores for part 1 of our next story. Like and subscribe for daily stories.